Hi, this is Len from Leanpub, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create an online course using Leanpub's in-browser text editor. By the end of this video, you'll know how Leanpub's courses work, how to create one, and how to publish it on our website. Leanpub is best known as a platform for writing and selling in-progress and completed ebooks, but we're also a platform for writing and selling online courses, like this one. Part of the idea here is that we think every non-fiction book published on Leanpub should have an accompanying course published on Leanpub. That way, when someone finishes reading your book, you can offer them a course they can complete to show what they learned from your book. This is totally optional though. You don't need to have written a Leanpub book to create a Leanpub course. Every course gets a nice looking landing page on Leanpub that displays a variety of information about the course. Let's go ahead and see what a Leanpub course looks like. When someone buys a Leanpub course, it gets added to their courses library. From there, they can click to start taking the course. Each course has a main area that shows the course information. Courses can have exercises where you ask questions and show the answers elsewhere in the course, just like the answers to some questions are in the back of some textbooks. Courses also have quizzes, which learners will take after reading the relevant section of the course. Learners cannot look up the answers to questions asked in quizzes, because their performance on the quizzes determines their final grade. The lessons show the quizzes and exercises, but they can also be accessed just by themselves in the other tabs. Once they complete the quiz and submit it, they will immediately see the results. You can have as many quizzes as you like, and you can set how many attempts each learner is permitted to take. So, if you set the attempts for each quiz to be 3, then they can try the quiz up to 3 times. After they have completed all the quizzes, they can then submit the course for a final grade. Just like you can set the number of attempts for each quiz, you can also set the number of attempts for completing the whole course. If they get a passing grade, each learner will then be able to download a certificate showing their results. Alright, now that we know how courses work from a learner's perspective, let's go ahead and create our own course. To create a course, click into the Leanpub menu and select Create a Course. First, give your course a title. You can change this kind of thing later if you change your mind. Leanpub will automatically suggest a URL for your course, but you can change this if you want to. We typically recommend shorter URLs. Next, you can select a language for your course from the list. Below there, you'll see that there are 4 writing modes available for creating a course: in your browser on Leanpub, in Dropbox, using Git and GitHub, and using Git and Bitbucket. For this demo, we're going to use the In Your Browser on Leanpub writing mode, which is selected by default. Next, you'll want to choose a plan. You can see the differences between the plans by looking at the items with the green check marks. For this video, we're just going to choose the free plan. If you don't have a Leanpub account already, you can create one here by adding some account information. Please make sure to choose a strong password that is at least 8 characters long and contains at least 1 letter and 1 non-letter character, like a number. If you're willing to accept our terms of service and privacy policy, please tick that box here. Alright, that's it. It just took a minute and we're ready to click the button to create a Leanpub course. This will take you to a page asking you to verify your email address. Please note that you won't be able to preview or publish your course until you've verified your email address. Go to your inbox and you should see an email from Leanpub like this. Click the link to verify your email, and you're ready to start working on your course. This will take you to a Getting Started page with a lot of words. At Leanpub, we jokingly call this the wall of text style, and we hope you'll give it a read at some point. But for this video, we're just going to dive in and show you how things work. To start, let's go to the Write tab, where we're going to be doing most of our work. This is our in-browser text editor, the writing mode we chose when we created the course a moment ago. There are 3 different options for what to view when you're working in the Write tab. The first is the manuscript, which is selected by default when you go to the Write tab, and which is what we're seeing now. The manuscript is made up of a set of different files. In this default manuscript that we provide when you create a new course in the in-browser text editor, there is just one file, which is currently named Chapter 1. Since Chapter 1 is selected in the manuscript, we are seeing the contents of the Chapter 1 file in the main area. We'll show you how to add, rename, and delete manuscript files later in this video. If you select Resources in the menu, you will see a list of any files we've uploaded, which are typically image files like PNGs and JPEGs. Since there are no files uploaded yet, we're not seeing any listed under Resources. We'll show you how to do this later with an image file. Finally, if you click on Useful Links, you'll see links to a number of pages with helpful information. Note that clicking on useful links will take you back to the manuscript in the main area of the page. Okay, now let's take a look at what's going on in the default manuscript material in the manuscript for this course. The first thing to understand is that Leanpub courses are written in plain text. That means there are no formatting options or drop-downs or anything like that. Instead, you write not only the text of the course, but you also write the instructions for how everything should work. So, for example, if you want some words to be in bold, you would surround them with double asterisks. Or, if you want to add a link, you use a combination of square and round brackets like this. And if you want to do a level 1 header, you just type the number sign and a space, and then give the header its title. For a level 2 header, you would type 2 number signs, and so on. If you're familiar with Markdown, you'll recognize what we're doing here. We know it can seem a bit daunting at first, but when it comes to writing, it actually only takes a few minutes to learn most of what you're going to need to know. Specifically, Leanpub uses a markup syntax called Markua, which was invented by Leanpub founder Peter Armstrong to basically be Markdown for books and courses. You can find a link to the Markua manual under Useful Links. Let's just take a look at the manual for a minute. In the Markua manual, you'll find a brief explanation and a couple of little tutorials for writing books and courses right at the beginning of the book. If you scroll down in the menu, you can jump to the part of the manual that talks about quizzes and exercises, which are features of Markua that are specific to creating courses. We won't go through all of this here, but at some point we recommend you give this section of the manual a quick read so you can see all of the things you can do with quizzes and exercises on Leanpub. Let's go back to our course. At the top, you'll see examples of global settings that apply to the whole course. These include various elements, such as the number of attempts the person may make to submit the course for a final grade, and whether multiple choice questions are shown in random order to learners who take the course. If you scroll down a bit, you'll see the instructions for creating a quiz like this. The quiz starts where you do a curly brace and type quiz, and ends where you type a curly brace and then a / followed by the word quiz. Here's an example of writing a multiple choice question in a quiz. You type a question mark at the beginning to show this is a question, and then type the question you want to ask. Next, you list the various choices using A, B, C, etc., making sure to make the list letter for all the wrong answers lowercase and make the letter for the correct answer uppercase. Now that we've had a brief look at how writing courses works, let's just go ahead and use this manuscript to create a preview of the course. A preview is a private version of your course that you can create at any time to see what your course looks like. To do this, click on the Versions tab you'll see in the horizontal menu at the top of the page. This will take you to the preview page for your course. You'll see a couple of options at the top of this page. By default, Leanpub will send you an email when the preview process completes. If you're going to be previewing a lot, we suggest you deselect this option. You can also choose to skip PDF and EPUB generation when you preview, which speeds up the course generation process. This will make more sense after we create our first preview. So let's go ahead and click the blue Create Preview button. You will now see a progress bar. This shows the steps carried out by Leanpub's course generators every time you create a new preview. When the process is complete, you'll see the links for your course material. The download links here point to files that contain the contents of your course, but people can't actually use them to take the course. Learners will have the opportunity to download these files, for example to search the contents or to read the course material offline. What really matters for people who take the course are the pages online where they actually take the course. To view a preview of the online course, scroll down until you see the link to View the latest preview of your course. Click the link, and in a new browser tab you will see a preview of the online course you've just created using the default content we provided when you created the course. Now let's walk through some of the various elements of the course we've just generated from the manuscript we were looking at earlier. First, at the top left, is the title of the course. Underneath the title, you will see the number of quizzes completed and a progress bar, which is currently empty, naturally enough. Next, there is a course menu that highlights the section of the course the learner is in. Currently, we're in the Lessons section that shows the course material, essentially the chapters of your course that people will read, and also has links to the course quizzes and exercises. For a list of the quizzes, you can click here, and for a list of exercises, click here. When a quiz has been completed, these little boxes will be ticked. With Lessons selected, you'll see that in the main area we are viewing the contents of the Introduction section from our manuscript. If you click the little hamburger menu at the top left, this will put the course in a focus mode where the menu on the left disappears. If you click the little icon at the top left again, then you will go back to the normal viewing mode. Next, if you click on a quiz, you'll see a link to take the quiz. If it's a multiple choice quiz, learners can select the option they want and then click the button to submit their answer, and then click again to go back to the main course area. There's a little tick mark next to the quiz now showing it's complete, and you'll see that there is no prompt underneath it showing any remaining attempts, because this quiz was set up to allow only one attempt. Exercises work the same way, but they don't count towards the final grade, and there is no limit on how many times you can do the exercise. Now it's time to go do some writing of our own in our course. Let's go back to the Write tab in the menu at the top of the page. Let's type something in the first document. Click into the page, and when you start typing, you'll see the editor changes to a focus mode with less clutter so you can focus when you're writing. Now type "Hello World." Any changes you made will be automatically saved almost instantly, which you can see up here at the top right. Now let's add a new file. Click on the left side of the screen to bring back the menu. To add a file, click on the plus sign. This will open a box at the top of the page where you can name the file. Let's call this file New Content. Now click the blue OK button. You will be taken to a blank page and you will see the name of the new file at the top left. One thing to note is that these file names are only visible to course authors. These names are not added to the actual course itself and are only for your convenience. Now let's go ahead and rename the first file. To do that, hover the mouse over Chapter 1 and you will see a gear wheel icon. Click on the gear wheel icon and you'll see a box appear called File Settings. Let's change the name to Old Content. Next, click the blue Save Changes button to save the change. Now you will see the document name in the vertical menu at the top left. Now let's try deleting that document to see how deleting works. To delete the document, hover the mouse over the document name again until you see the gear wheel icon. Click the icon to bring up the File Settings box again, and click the big red Delete File button. This will bring up a warning box. Click the blue OK button. Now you will see that the file is gone from the menu on the left. Alright, now let's start over by making a very basic course with a paragraph of content and a single quiz. In this video, we're going to use the example from the Getting Started online walkthrough for creating courses in the Leanpub Help Center. We'll put a link to the article in the description of this video so you can get there easily. Just copy the text from the article and paste it into your new file. Look up to the right and you'll see it's already been saved. Next, let's add an image to our course. To add an image, you need to upload your image file. To do that, click Resources in the menu at the left. Now, click Choose File and navigate on your computer to the image you want to use. What this looks like will depend on your operating system. Here's what it looks like in a Mac. Once you've selected the image, click the Add button to upload the resource to your course on Leanpub. Select the image to view it in your browser. Now that the image has been uploaded, we can add it to our manuscript using a little bit of Markua. Hover your mouse over the file name and click the document icon. This will copy the text you need to your clipboard and will take you back to the course content. Now, click into the text and hit Enter a couple of times under the first sentence. Then paste in the text you copied to your clipboard. You will now see that you have pasted in the text you need to add an image in Markua. Now, let's add a caption to the image. Finally, let's create a new preview to see all of our changes. To go back to the preview page, click Versions again in the horizontal menu at the top of the page. To create a new preview, scroll to the bottom and click the Create Preview button. When the process is complete, scroll down and click View the latest preview of your course. In a new browser tab, you'll now see the content that we added is included in the course. Finally, click on the quiz. This will take you to the page where you can take the quiz. Let's go ahead and actually do it. Alright, we're almost ready to publish our course, but first we have to add some important information to help encourage people to buy the course. To get back to working on your course, close the browser tab that opened when you clicked the link to view the course preview. This should take you back to the preview page for your course. Click on Settings in the horizontal menu at the top of the page. By default, this will take you to the About the Course page for your course, which is the top item in the vertical menu at the left. Next, type some information into the teaser text box, the About the Course box, and the meta description box. You can edit these anytime. When you're done, scroll down and click the Update Course button. Next, let's add an image to our course that will be displayed on the course's web page on Leanpub. To do this, click on Upload Course Image in the vertical menu to the left. This will take you to a page where you can upload an image for your course. Under the default image, you will see the following recommendation regarding image sizing. We recommend 2560 pixels wide by 1440 pixels high, but you can also use 640 pixels wide by 360 pixels high. This is a 16:9 ratio. When you're ready to upload your course image, click Choose File. Navigate on your computer to the image you want to use. Here's what it looks like in a Mac. Click Open or the equivalent button you see on your computer to add the image as your course image. You will now see the image has been selected. You may have an option to adjust the size of the selected area. In the example here, let's increase the area a bit. Finally, scroll down and click Update Course. When the process completes, you'll see that the image has now been added to your course. Next, we need to set the prices for our course. To do that, click on Store and then Pricing. Leanpub uses a variable pricing model for selling books, courses, and bundles. This model has been very successful for us and our authors, as it lets authors set a minimum price for their books and courses and bundles, and also display a suggested price to customers, and then let them choose themselves what to pay. Don't be surprised if people actually pay more than you're asking for. For this example, we're going to set the minimum price to $29.99 and the suggested price to $39.99. Once you've selected your minimum and suggested prices, click the Update Course Price button. If you want your course to be potentially included in our weekly and monthly email, newsletter, sales, and other promotions, select a maximum Leanpub discount percentage here. These discounts really help boost sales, and our newsletters reach thousands of people who've all opted in to hear about deals on Leanpub. Now, we have one last thing to do before publishing our course. When a learner submits a completed course and gets a passing grade, they can get a certificate to prove their accomplishment. Before you can complete your course, you need to add an image of your signature or something you consider functionally equivalent, like a company logo, to your certificate. To do this, click on Settings in the horizontal menu at the top of the page. Next, click on Certificate in the vertical menu to the left. This will take you to the Certificate page. You may want to scroll down the page to look at the options available to you here. For this walkthrough, we're going to choose the minimum requirement, which is to add a signature image for our selected certificate. To upload an image of your signature, click Edit. This will take you to the page where you can edit your course instructor profile information. Under Instructor Signature, select Choose File. Navigate on your computer to the image you want to use. Here's what it looks like in a Mac. Click Open or the equivalent button you see on your computer to add the image as a resource on your course. You will now see that the file has been selected. Next, scroll down and click the Update Course button. You will now see that the image has been uploaded at the bottom of the page. Okay, now we're ready to publish our course. Please note that you should not actually publish a course you made just to follow along with this tutorial. We just wanted to show you how to do it for when you're ready to publish your course for the first time. To publish your course, go back to the Versions section. In the vertical menu to the left, click Publish New Version. This will take you to the Publish page for your course. Like Leanpub books, Leanpub courses can be published while they are still works in progress, and you should check the completion percentage whenever you publish a version. Your learners will not be able to complete the course themselves until you have finished it and you have marked it as 100% complete. For this example, we're just going to enter the percentage complete at 2%. Next, scroll down and click the Publish Your Course button. When the process is complete, you will see that the course is marked as 2% complete. To view the web page on Leanpub where people can buy your course, click on the image at the top left. There you'll see what the web page for your course on Leanpub looks like. Please note that only a signed-in author of a course will see the Edit button. Normal visitors to the website will not see the Edit button. Let's copy the link and go to an incognito window to see what the page would look like to someone else. Alright, that's it. Congratulations everybody, you're now ready to go ahead and create your own courses on Leanpub. After you've gone through all the steps in this video, we recommend you try clicking through all the options in the course menus to see all the other features available to you as a creator. Our courses platform is actually quite robust, as you may have guessed from all the pages that we didn't go to in this video. If you have any questions, please check out our Help Center at help.leanpub.com. Thanks for watching.